Hi, my sunshines. Welcome back to my channel. It's your girl, Raeofsunshyne, here with another video. Today, we're doing Gray Sheep episode 5, part 1 and 2 reaction. Okay, so from my recollection, they were doing a pretty much a joint collaboration, meaning Goat and Bad Skunk, at a new hostess club. And I don't know why I'm laughing already because I'm already thinking about Junkie and just the crazy things that he's been doing. But yes, Snow and some of the others had to be host and entertain the princesses at this club, and it kind of went smoothly, but kind of not went smoothly. If I'm talking about the whole Junkie factor, I wouldn't say it went that smoothly for Snow, but for the rest of them, it went pretty okay. So we're gonna deep dive further into that, I guess, and there's probably gonna be more collaborations going on, and them also, the GOAT also investigating the people that are behind all the events that's been occurring lately. So we shall see what banter and craziness lies before us in this episode. So let me stop talking and jump into it. Oh, and okay, so obviously this time we're hearing the monologue from Owl and his perspective of some of the things, well, some of the hints of things that he's encountered, because they don't fully explain to that extent yet the things that they went through in their past.
それは体を引き裂かれるような苦痛だった。だけど手塩にかけた子を失う感覚を僕は知らない。それは体を引き裂き、心を切り裂き、その人に大きな穴をぽっかり開けて。
It sounds like he's at the hospital and someone's on like a respirator. That's just what I'm hearing from my perspective. So it must be one of his parents, maybe his mom or something. Maybe they're ill and they're on the verge of, you know, not being alive anymore. So yeah, that's just my take on it as of what I'm hearing.
一生元には戻らない深い傷を負わせるんだろう。少なくとも僕にはそう見えた。だから僕は片割れに僕を明け渡した。喜んでほしい。元気になってほしい。ここにいるのは僕じゃないよ。だってほら、僕はこんな風に笑わない。僕はこんなものを欲しがらない。僕はもっともっと醜くて誰にも必要とされていない。それじゃあここにいるのは誰の意志？
Wait a second. Okay, maybe that may not be one of his parents. He said his other half. When I think of like other half, maybe it could be like a twin or something, because just the way that he was hinting at it, he's like the person like looks like him, but he said he's uglier and he's not happy, but he's turning his life over to that other person so that they can smile and they can be happy. So basically the other half, the person that's obviously in the bed, the hospital room on a respirator, I'm assuming, like I said, he's living his life basically for that person. So he's doing everything he can to appear happy and cheerful and, you know, to look pretty by covering, you know, up the way he feels with his imperfection of not being to standard, by, you know, making sure he looks presentable all the time. I guess that's another reason why in a previous episode, he kind of got upset and wasn't happy when the other seen like his bare face, you know, when he woke up, because he doesn't want people to see what he appears for himself as ugly. So, yes, that's what I'm gathering so far. I could be wrong. I mean, I'm just taking a gamble and guessing here that that might be a sibling or even a twin that looks like him, but he feels like he doesn't deserve to live a good life considering the other person's not being able to live his life right now and has a better image and is wanted in life compared to himself. It's sad that he feels that way, but sometimes you can't help how a person feels.
Gray sheep.
こんばんは。
あ？男？
珍しい。随分と雰囲気のある。
わあ、綺麗な男の人。ってスノー君の方がずっとかっこいいけど。
I love how the princess, her immediate attention went to the man that walked in and was like, oh wow, what a beautiful man. Oh, not prettier, not more beautiful than you, Snow, not more handsome. Oh gosh, being a girl's girl type of girl. I don't know why I said that, but anyways, they get so easily distracted by if something glorious walks in that they haven't, or person they haven't seen before. I don't know, maybe this person might steal some attention of these princesses. We will see.
ありがとうございます。
あの人もホストなの？
多分違います。
じゃあ追加ゲスト？
いや、それでもないと。今宅に案内されたので。それより姫、今夜のお相手は俺ですよ。
スノー君がやっぱり私の一番だよ。
I love how this woman was just saying that after literally asking about this other dude, and then Snow had to remind her that, I'm your companion tonight, and she's like all of a sudden back to like, oh, trying to praise him and stuff. Like, really?
いらっしゃいませ。ご新規の殿大大大大大歓迎します。ありがとう。この店はオーナーが直接挨拶に来てくれるんだね。僕のことはドロップと呼んで。特別なお。
They can call him Drop. Where are they getting these names? I'm sorry. Where are they getting the names from? These obviously are nicknames and stuff, but what? Drop? Why? I need some more elaboration.
お客様にはしっかりご挨拶させていただきたいんで。普通の新規として扱ってくれて構わないよ。それより僕を特別扱いする理由でもあるのかな。そんな早速分厚い壁を作んないでほしいな。
Nah, Junkie already knows what's up. He already had this plan, like, okay, this guy that's walking here, he's the guy that we've been looking for. But I'm just gonna play it cool and be my normal, crazy, over the top self, But yeah, I'm gonna keep an eye on him.
ってことで、オーナーがお相手させていただきます。バッドスカンクのメンバーは大体把握してるから、ゴートの方が興味あるんだよね。残念、無念、拒否。
These people that are coming to this bar, hostess place, is just like, they have their sights set on something. Obviously, yes, I'm sure he does know about that skunk already. But who in particular is he interested in knowing more about in Goat? I'm going to want to bet it's probably Snow. I don't know about Color and the rest of them, but yeah, most people are setting their sights on Snow when it comes to people that work at Goat with, within that group. I'm just saying.
られちった。拒否は大げさだよ。限られた時間を有効に活用したいだけなんだ。確かゴートには新人がいたよね。その子がいい。 スノーか。どこだ。
See? As I said, I already said it. I already called it. If that was pretty obvious to me that he was going to point out Snow. Come on. And do we think Junkie's going to stand for that? No, he's going to say, oh, well, I don't know where Snow is. He's busy. Nah, you can't talk to him right now. Like, he's unavailable to everyone pretty much except for me. So you can keep it moving. And I can send you somebody else from GOAT. Maybe Color or Joe or Owl, somebody that's working.
かなあれ急にスノーの顔がわかんなくなっちゃう。
And furthermore, he couldn't forget Snow's face even if he tried his hardest. Like, he could never. So the way he's blatantly lying, saying, oh, I can't even remember Snow's face, is just outlandish to me.
あったがもう。
いた。あそこにいるのがそうだ。間違いない。
ちょっと。
Calm down, Junkie. Take a deep breath. I'm sure it'll be okay. It'll be okay. You can get through this.
かなり緊張していたので記憶が曖昧なんですけど。
でもそれがいいと思ったよ。可愛くってスノーくん推しになったもん。
ありがとうございます。推し続けてもらえるように頑張ります。
あ、さっきの人。
いや、君がスノー君だね。
こんにちは。誰だこの人。なんか知ってる。いや知らないはずだ。でもなんだろう、息苦しい。
僕はドロップマーベリックで働いてる。お嬢さん、突然邪魔してごめんね。でも僕スノーと話をしてみたいんだ。今から彼を僕の宅に。
Just what I was waiting for. I was waiting for Junkie to fast approach this and get right in the middle of it. I mean, at the very beginning, Snow felt like something. I was like, whoa, why is this dude coming in here talking to me? I don't even think I know him. What does he want from me? Like, he was very off-put by that. And then whoosh, comes in Junkie. He's like, oh, don't worry, I got this. This is my job. I'm taking care of this.
Oh no! ホストのコントロールはこっち側のお仕事なんだ。殿の手を煩わせたくないんですよ。席でたっぷり楽しませるんで、戻りましょ。
僕、立場的には君たちより上なんだけどな。
ここ、ホスクラなんで。ご冗談がお上手すぎ。
I don't think Junkie would let anyone outrank him. Like I said, especially when it comes to Snow's concern. Like, nobody can overthrow him. Nobody can stand in his way. But when this man is dead set on something, and something as I mean Snow, all bets are off. Like, he's trying his hardest to come off as like, playing it off and trying to be funny and trying to just, be calm about it and cool about it. But he's going to push Junkie to his limit and he's going to be just like, oh, nah, this ain't happening.
お嬢さんは異論がある。
指名かぶりなら我慢するんで。
ちょっと待った。スノーの代わりに俺がお相手しちゃダメです。
カラー。
マーベリックのお偉いさんとは仲良くなっておきたいんだよね。
え？
ドロップさんもゴートのメンバーにご興味があるなら。
See, and here comes Color. I knew he wasn't far behind. He's trying to protect his members as well, so he feels as, his leader role that he's going to try to do whatever he can to keep a problem from occurring. And he also is investigating, what's going on with Maverick as well. So obviously this is his opportunity to find out like who this guy is, what is he looking for when it comes to Snow and just GOAT in general. So it makes sense. But at the same time, this is going to be a whole lot because Junkie's on one side, you have Color on the other side, and you have Snow wedged in between, and then Drop is just trying to segue his way in to talk to Snow, which obviously is not going to be happening at the moment.
リーダーの俺が適任だと思います。
理にはかなってるけど、でも僕はスノーが気に入ってるんだよね。
いいじゃん、カラーでさ。それなら卓にヘルプつけないで2人。
Oh my gosh, I love Junkie. He does not miss an opportunity. He is doing everything, like I said, everything possible to throw his attention off of Snow. He's like, oh, come on, just use Color. Hey, he's available. Get you a table. Y'all can chit chat. Y'all can have a moment alone. Talk about whatever you want to talk about.
ギリにするやん。
ドロップという人は俺と話したいけど、カラーとジャンキーはそれを阻止したい。どうして？俺は構いません。姫の許可が出たので。
本当？じゃあやっぱり指名はスノーにしよう。
ちょいなんでそうなんのさ。
じゃあ俺も同席します。
はあ？
どうして？
俺とスノーは絶賛セット。
Oh my gosh. Junkie has no. He cannot just let it go. His biggest fear is someone communicating, someone being close to Snow. He's sitting over here telling this man that him and Snow come as a set. Might as well, because you won't let anybody like get in the middle of what y'all have going on. Not that it's, I'm sure it's not even like that, but still. I can't take it. Junkie is quite literally, I don't know why he's my favorite. Probably because he's just really off the walls, off the rails. He's just, he stops at nothing for what he wants. I don't know if I call that, just a go-getter, ambitious, or just, he's just a person that's strong-willed. But at the same time, it's horrible. It's bad because Snow is not reciprocating anything, and he does not want to be this close to Junkie. So it's one of those things. It's like a toss-up. You don't know whether to like Junkie or to dislike Junkie. But at the moment, I'm sorry, I can't like this man. What is going on with me?
通り中なの。
いや、俺が作ってことで話まとめ。
なら全員同席すればいい。
え？
いつまでもここで騒いでいるから、他の姫が自分の卓に集中できない。4人とも着席してくれ。
はあ、そりゃそうだ。すみませんね。
僕の卓に。
Well, there goes AK being the smooth icebreaker and just making sure everything's good and nothing escalates further than what it could be. So kudos to you, AK. Poo.
スノーとカラーとジャンキーか。3人も独り占めしていいのかな。
はい、特別に。
ありがとう。それじゃあ君も来るといいよ。話そう、ジュニア。
了解です。
あそこの宅どうなってるの？なんかすごい人が来てるとか？
どうだろうね。他の店から視察に来てるのかも。知らないけど。
ああ、なるほど。すっごい綺麗な人だもんね。だからガチガチに固めて接客してるんだ。
そうかもしれないし、違うかもしれない。でもそれより、俺は姫を優先したいんだけど。
嬉しい。
Oh, look at YP being all smooth. He's like, I don't know what's going on over there, but I'd rather focus my attention on you. And she was so easily like, coyed by that. She was like, oh, that makes me happy. Girl, you just like all the other princesses in there. They want to be known, they want to know who that man is. Obviously, he's not interested in nobody except for Snow. I don't know why, for apparent reasons. He's got something to talk to him about. Anyway, but yeah, he I don't think this man is like all that. He's just I think cuz he looks more I won't even say pure. He looks more like I don't even know the words to put it. He just looks very like calm and very like I wouldn't say easygoing, but he looks reserved to me, basically. And he just looks more light and I don't know. He just has a different look from the rest of them. Just basically what it is.
ああ、ジョー、どこ行ってた？
Probably in the bathroom hiding somewhere. Oh, wow. I didn't even look at that, by the way, before I said it, but I just know Joe at this point. He's so skittish and scared of things, as obvious. He was just hiding in the bathroom to keep from interacting with anyone.
すみません。ちょっとトイレでおこもりを。
じゃあリフレッシュしたばっかりで悪いけど、スノーの代わりにあっちの卓ついてくれるか？
ひょい！わかりました。荷が重いですけど。なんとか頑張ります。
ジョーならできる。
As he plots to run back to the bathroom, so he doesn't have to be there. I'm just kidding. I'm sure he'll be okay.
しても、ドロップってマーベリックで何してるやつなんだろうな。
鼻につくやつ。
ねるくん、どうしたの？
Niru, let's be honest. Most people rub you the wrong way. You get the ick very easily from people. That is a fact. Like he can't take much from people. He's not very much a people person. I mean, he will deal with people if he has to, obviously, but yeah, a lot of people rub him the wrong way. I noticed that about him.
なんでもない。それより昇進おめでとう。今日はお祝いしよっか。ありがとう。奮発しちゃうぞ。
じゃあ全員グラス持って乾杯の挨拶は指名もらったスノーがどうぞ。
はい。ドロップとの出会いに乾杯。
乾杯。
どうして俺に興味を持ってくれたんですか？
興味の理
Yeah, I want to know that too. What's the issue? Where are you trying to get out of him?
由ね。じゃあ、もっと顔をよく見せてくれる？
おっと、その距離は近すぎです。
Hold on, you mean tell me Color was faster than Junkie with trying to stop this man from like getting too close to Snow? I can hardly believe that.
すよ。
ダメな理由は？
卓中してるって周りから誤解されちゃうんで。
うちはそういうな、姫でも殿でも禁酒でお願いしてます。
なるほど。わかった。気をつけるよ。
はいはい、俺からドロップに質問。さっきエカちゃんのことジュニアって呼んでたでしょ？
うん、呼んだよ。
ってことは二人はお知り合いってこと？
多少は。でもこうやってちゃんと顔を合わせるのは初めてだね。
はい。
Okay, so they know of each other, but this is the first time they met face to face. That's a little bit questionable, I'm not gonna lie. Considering that basically AK was taken in by Maverick when he was younger, and kind of helped, show him the ropes and stuff like that. And then this guy dropped. Hasn't seen him per se. Where so they never met a Maverick. I don't know. I feel that that's a little bit hard to believe, but I guess they weren't on the same rankings or worked in the same level, or I don't know, but interesting.
あなたが公の場に出ること自体稀なので。
じゃあドロップに今日会えたってことは超絶レアな日だね。ってことで俺と仲良しこししてください。
問題ないよ。
やったじゃあ早速仲良くするためにいろいろ知りたいんだけど、 ドラップは鍋でどんくらいの権力持ち？
おっとジャンキーさん、いくらなんでもドストレートすぎない？
だってドロップはスノーに興味あるんでしょ？ライバルのことはちゃんと知っとかないとね。
Junkie, it might not even be like that. Maybe Drop just, I don't know, maybe Drop seen Snow when he was, at some point in the past, and he wants to further examine Snow to make sure that that's the right person, or some other encounter. I'm sure it was something like that. I'm sure it's not on the level that you want to be, Junkie.
ジャンキーは僕のライバルか。
違う。なんというか、今のは言葉のあやですから。
そうなんだ。ライバルなんていたことがないから嬉しかったんだけど。
つかみどころのない人だな。何しに来たんだろう。
スノー。
I'm just gonna say this. I don't think Drop will not. I don't think he would want Junkie as a rival. As much as that would make him happy, that would probably make you very dishappy, because we know Junkie does not play. He might seem friendly, bubbly, dramatic, and over the top, but I again say he does not play.
君も僕のことが知りたい？
はい、もちろん。お若いのにマーベリックでご活躍されてるなんてすごいです。
君のおかげだよ。
まただ。息が詰まる。苦しい。なんで？
今日はどうしてうちに？
マーベリックが事業拡大を検討しているからね。
Pause. I get this weird feeling as well. Like, yeah, they had to have some interaction in the past. Maybe Snow just doesn't know it because he keeps having the same type of feeling going on. Like, he can't breathe. Like, there's a certain, like, it's like almost like his body is triggered by seeing Drop in some way. So obviously there had to be some like past encounter. That's just what I feel.
僕もいろいろ施設を見て回って見識を広めようと思ったんだ。
へえ。普段はどんな仕事を？
裏方だよ。だからこういう B2C の現場は不慣れでね。何か作法が間違っていたら教えてほしいな。さっきの卓中に見えるというのはとても興味深かった。
心の広い方のようで何よりです。
でもなんだ急に出かけようって気になったの？今までヒッキーだったんならこれからもそれで問題なくね？
仕向けたの。
Of course you would want him to stay in. Why get out now and interrupt your, blooming relationship you're trying to develop with Snow? He's like, you could have stayed where you were at. You need to be involved in what I got going on, or trying to get going on.
お前だろ。
なんでと言われても困るな。行動の変化や感情の動きに確固とした理由って紐づくもの？人は機械みたいに決まったパターンで動くものじゃないでしょ。急に思い立ったり徐々に考えが変化したり、そういうものじゃないかな。
あんたどういうこと？
煙に巻かれたってことだよ。
お腹の中パッカーンして話してくんないの？
君は面白い子だね。
スノー、顔色が悪いよ。
すみません。大丈夫です。
悪いけど、もう少し頑張って。
はい。
ドロップってやつ、絶対なんかあんだろ。
Most definitely, there's something up with him. He's acting very suspicious, very weird, and they have a right to question him the way that they're questioning him. And yes, he is dodging the questions. He's not fully answering them or really giving a direct answer at all. And all while Snow is over here just, yeah, he's not cool with this interaction one bit, and it's putting him in a very like bad sense of mind and place, and his body is just reacting very weirdly, and he's just trying to figure out like what the heck is going on. And he's probably not going to get any answers right now. And that's really going to plague him and bother him, knowing that he's feeling like this, but he doesn't know the cause or the reason why.
おや。
あ。
休憩ですか？ここでは無駄口を叩かないでくださいね。
しませんよ。そんなこと。
ならいいですが。
今日、いたんですね。あなたは接客しないんですか？
指名があればいつでも表に出ますよ。ですが基本的に、俺は運営側を補佐しています。
できれば僕も、そちらに回りたいところです。
Of course you do, Joe. Of course.
何言ってるんですか。接客はお得意でしょ。あの時のウェイター姿も似合っていましたが、今日のような洒落たスーツも様になっています。
あなたも猫をかぶっているよりは今の方がずっといいと思います。
当然です。
ジョー、いるか？ああ、いた。
Why? Why would nurse? Come on. Why would you scare poor Joe like that? You know he doesn't like sudden startled sounds and movements and just yes, he's very easily thrown off.
指名が入ったって黒服が探してたから出てもらえるか？はい。
すみません。すぐ行きます。
ジョーに何か用でも？
いえ、特に。お客様の目もないところでわざわざゴートと慣れ合うつもりはありませんから。
それならいいんだ。今は休戦中ってことであまりいじめないでほしい。
まったくドアの閉まりが甘いですね。
はい、そうなんですね。
小ヤギのために寄ってたかって。あの人は本当に海外しいですね。おとりはおとり、道具でしかないというのに。目的を履き違えては困りますよ。
What the heck does that mean if he misunderstands his purpose? Like, there's so many untold things that it's even bothering me. I just want to know more information. Why are people so fixated on snow? And like, does it have to do with past events? I just don't understand, and I need to understand. Please clue me in. I'm about to get the next part up. I will be right back. Okay, I got the next part up. Let's see what this is going to turn out being. If they give us any more information, or they're just going to leave us in another cliffhanger or another thought-provoking situation.
見送りまでしてくれるなんて、ホストクラブはホスピタリティに溢れているんだね。
また来てほしいし、あと太客になってくれると嬉しいな。
もちろん。ここでたくさん使えば、回り回ってマーベリックに帰ってくるしね。
やったー！いつだって待ってまーす。
ドロップ、今晩はあまりお話できなくてすみませんでした。
構わないよ。ホストクラブがとても賑やかなところだと分かったから。じっくり会話をするには不向きだね。
はい。また来てください。
その時は、もちろん俺もセットで。
Of course you will, junkie. Like, you would not dare to be left out in the mix. So I'm sure he already knows.
そうだね。でも、今度はありのままの君に会いたいな。
ありのまま？
これ。おっと。すごい反応速度だね、ジャンキー。
褒められんな、
Wow, he was really on that when he said, I can't wait. When Drop said, I can't wait to meet your real self next time. And then Junkie was like quick to try to distract that. What is going on? Is Snow still not his? I mean, obviously, I'm sure maybe he's not his real self, but who is he really supposed to be? Is the question.
しいけど、ちょっと痛がすぎるよ。スノーの目に指ぶっ刺す気？
この人、今。
怖い顔しないで、二人とも。大丈夫。本気じゃないよ。それとジャンキー。
Sure you weren't, Drop. I think you were being quite serious when you said that. But now you're playing it off as if, oh, you were just saying it jokingly, like you weren't taking it that serious. Okay, yeah, sure. They're not going to think about what you just said. I'm sure Snow was going to think about that quite a lot.
指を離してくれるかな？折れちゃうから。
さ、ホストに危害加えたら、出禁になっちゃうからね。
それは困るな。本当に本気じゃなかったんだけど。
たとえ冗談だったとしても、目つぶしを仕掛けるのは危険な行為です。
I know that's right. Like, seriously? You honestly think Junkie was gonna let you sit there and try to poke out Snow's eyes? And gonna pass it off, like I said, as a joke? What? No. Even Junkie says it jokingly, oh, want me to poke your eyes out, Snow, but he's saying it jokingly. Obviously, we know that because he wouldn't wouldn't hurt Snow. But you, on the other hand, he doesn't know you like that. And furthermore, you're getting too close. So, yes, he would more than likely will break something on you next time if he tries that. And then he's going to be even more vigilant the next time this dude comes and tries to do whatever he got going on with Snow.
執行妨害に問われてもおかしくないので。
そんなつもりはなかったんだ。ただ、コンタクトをしているみたいだから。
Okay, so if someone's wearing contacts, you're just gonna try to poke them in the eye because you want to take them out? Poking someone in the eye, that's how you take contacts out? No, you don't. Because I wear contacts, so I know, obviously. What? What kind of excuse is that? Who would think he's not fooling anybody? That is the lamest excuse I've heard of trying to poke somebody's eyes up. Oh, because they had contacts in and you want to be nice if they could take them out instead of just asking someone. Wow, that is just crazy.
せたらいいなと思って。
どうしてそれを？
次は色眼鏡をつけないで僕に会ってくれる？それじゃあね。
What if he don't want to meet you next time with no tinted contacts? Maybe he wants to wear the contacts the way he's wearing them now. Like, what? Okay, sure. And maybe if you see his real eyes, you think you see the real him. I don't think that's how that works, buddy. And I don't think Junkie is going to allow that from the get-go. And I furthermore don't think that that Snow is just going to change his contacts for this guy that he doesn't even know. Make it make sense. Come on.
何あいつ、ゲロゲロなんだけど。砂の中で超ジロジロ見ちゃってさ。
Okay, no. Hold up, Junkie. Hold on. You don't be looking major creepy when you be looking at Snow. I mean, I know you interpret it in a different way because you would say your look is different, but from other people's looking on the outside, it seems quite creepy as well. Especially when Nuru sees him staring at Snow. That's rather cringe for him.
変態の極みじゃん。
それを言うなら、お前も大して変わらないでしょ。
あ、カラ
やったバーバー、あんなゲロ変態と一緒にされたくない。
途中で呼ばれちゃって、最後まで卓に入れなくてごめん。スノーは、ジャンキーとドロップに変なことされなかった？
人聞きは
Ah, Junkie does not want to be lumped in with Drop. I mean, okay, I'm not gonna say anything about that, but obviously he's gonna put more of the spotlight on Drop and him not being a stand-up person.
悪すぎ。むしろ俺、たった今さっそうとスノーのこと守ったんですけど、ね、スノー。そろそろ王子としてお婿にしてくれてもいいんだよ。
あれくらい自分で対処できた。
まあそうかもだけど。
何があった？
スノーのお目目が見たいですってキモキモアピールしてきたん。
Oh my gosh, why does Junkie have to talk like this? Ah, I can't.
のあいつ。
目？
コンタクトが邪魔だと。あれは本気だったように思います。
お、コロ、スノー、お疲れ様。と、ジョンキーもいる。
ここで何だべってんだ。
オール、スパイダー、お疲れ様です。
わーお、これでワンワンは全員揃ったじゃん。カンプリート。
二人とも遅番ありがとね。何か問題は？
特にない。そっちは？
癖のあるお客様が帰って一息ついたとこかな。あとはいつも通りコールかけて肝臓を鍛える時間ってとこ。
クマッチと福福目当ての姫ちゃんたちもお待ちかねなんで。
Spidey, Fluff Hoot. Oh my gosh, where does Junkie get these names from? Oh, he's really sending me.
早くホール入ってください。
誰がクモッチだ？うるせえな。
ふくふくって、僕のこと。
カラーはああ言ってますけど、今日結構混んでるんで、大変だと思います。
オッケー。気合い入れてメイク直してきたから任せて。
Fluff Hoot.
やば、さすがにきつい。休憩入りますと。
あ、お疲れっす。
お疲れ様。
お疲れ。どうした二人とも。まだまだ夜は長いのにテンション低いね。
別に何でもない。カラーは休憩？
たくぐるぐる回ってたら目まで回ってきたから一休み。いや、モテる男は辛いわなんつって。
I'm sure it is, Color. Being such a popular guy is such tedious work.
指名入りっぱなしの引っ張りだこだもんな。
ね。
そこで全肯定されるとリアクション困るんだけど。てか、オール珍しいね。メイクしてるのにローテンション。
自分でもなんでこれぐらいでって思うけど、気合い入れてきたのに役立たずでごめん。
誰がそんなこと言ったの？
誰も言ってねえから。オールが気にしすぎ。
スノーが襲われた件まだ引きずってる？あれなら次を防ぐことで取り返そうって決着したでしょ？過ぎたことでずっと自分を責めてたら警察官なんて務まんないよ。
わかってる。
それはこいつもなんとか自己処理したんだろう。でもなんつうか反動で色々と食らいやすくなってる。
自覚はある。
色々とって？
影響受けやすくなってて。ホストクラブっていろんなお客さんがいるから。
ああ。
抱えてるものもほんといろいろでさ。別に自慢も傲慢も本人が気分いいなら僕も笑ってられるけど、辛い境遇の子もやっぱいるしさ。愚痴言ったりしんどいこと吐き出したりって子今日は多くて。
それで飲まれた？
情けなくてごめんなさい。もう少し休んだらもうちょっとマシになると思う。
その飲まれるってのはあれだろ。同調しやすいとかそういうんだろ。別にそれは情けねえってことにはなんねえだろ。
自分を守るのが下手なんだから、普通は情けないよ。我ながら面倒いやつって思うしさ。
なこと、お前以外は思ってねえよ。
I wish Al didn't really have these bad perceptions of himself, feeling like he's worthless or that he isn't up to par as the rest of them are, or that he feels like he can't protect himself or the others around him. And then, like, when people are saying stuff that just really weighs on his mind and it makes him feel even worse about himself. You know, sometimes they're trying to uplift his spirits and saying that it's okay and that you shouldn't feel that way. But at the end of the day, he can't help but feel the way that he's feeling. I wish that he could feel differently or start to value himself more and his ability and the things that he can do rather than just, you know, try to play it off and to make it seem like it's okay when it's really not.
つか、お前が普通って言葉使うのは相当だな。めったに使わねえじゃん。
ごめん、八つ当たり。
だから、そういうのいいって。
君たちはいいコンビだね。
んだよ。
いやいや、茶化してないからね。まあ、聞きなさいって。
何？
オールはさ、俺より人の気持ちが分かりすぎるほど分かるから、大変だよな。別に俺は、オールはそのままでいいと思うんだけど、君がそれじゃ辛いってんなら、老婆心ながらアドバイス。
そこまで年離れてるつもりないけど。
ホスクラに来る子たちはさ、どっかで姫としてのキャラクターを作ってきてるんだよ。自覚があるかないかは別としてね。ホストをやってみて思ったんだけど、この役割ってお客さんが店を出る瞬間まで姫のキャラクターを演じきらせてあげることなんじゃない？俺たちはさ、そこに徹するだけで十分だと思うよ。
ホストクラブは舞台で、ホストとお客さんは役者ってこと？
そう。演目はエチュード。即興劇ってとこ。オールはホールにいる間はたくさん姫に感情移入して寄り添ってあげればいい。でも
I think Color's right in what he's saying. I'm glad that he's giving Al that advice. And I feel like it would also help himself and his self-esteem if he kind of plays more to the role of being there for the princesses and getting them through their troubling times or whatever they're feeling at the certain times to uplift their spirits. And hopefully it can uplift his spirits in the same token. And, you know, he can feel a lot better coming out of doing this hosting versus to feeling more bad about himself.
営業時間が過ぎたら役を降りて自分に戻んの。エチュードで交わした会話からあれこれ感情を持ってくる必要はないよ。
うん。
キャラとかエチュードとか正直俺はピンとこねえ。だから演じるとか言われてもな。
スパイダーだってスパイダーのままでいいよ。君は素のままがいいと思うし、ホストかなり様になってるよね。
あんま嬉しくね
え。言い方変えると、なんだろうな。スパイダーの言葉はさ、まっすぐ飛んでくから、それが響くって姫ちゃん多そうよ。駆け引きもホスクラの楽しみ方の一つだけど、スパイダーみたいにカラッとした接客もありなんじゃん？
変わり種が珍しがられてるだけだろ。
でも、続けたらリピ多そうだけどな。そんな嫌な顔しないでくれる？万が一にでも、スパイダーが警察辞めてホストになるって言ったら、本気の本気で、全力で止めにかかるから。
じゃあ行ってみるか。
まあ、とにかくね。ガラーさん、息子の成長に涙ってこと。
息子になった覚えはねえよ。
お、ちょっとは元気出た？
まあね。ありがとう。じゃあ、僕はそろそろ戻る。
じゃあ、俺も戻りますか。
カラーはもう少し休んだけって。俺らの話聞いてて、ろくに休めなかっただろ。
カラーの指名客には、僕たちがついて取りなしとくから。
あらまあ。本当に頼もしい息子たちですこと。
I do like the relationships that goat have with each other. And at first, I wasn't too sure about color and his perception of things, but I really see that he's just trying hard to make the other members feel valued and feeling like they're doing a good job and that they are relied upon, and to make sure that they have the best confidence they can have when doing the work that they're doing. And he is looking out for them as if he is like the father of the group. And that in turn makes me feel like, yeah, he's really trying to step up and be different from how he was raised by, you know, a single mom. And she wasn't really there for him and for his needs and to make him feel, you know, valued. So now in return, he's trying to do that for others, even though he didn't get that same attention and, you know, and love that he wanted to have. So I do really appreciate that Color is doing that, and I really do like that about his personality now that I'm seeing more of it.
否定すんのめんどいなこれ。
ほっとけば。
うわ急げ急げ、また遅くなっちゃった。なんでいつもこうなるかな。絶対チェリーに怒られるよ。あれ、あの人動かないけどどうしたんだろう。すみません、大丈夫ですか？
僕？
はい、うつむいてじっとしてるので気分でも悪いのかなって心配で。あ、おせっかいだったらごめんなさい。
確かに普段摂取しないアルコールを体に入れたね。だから少し体が重たいのかな。
I can tell there's going to be a lot of like encounters with Drop now in these episodes with different members. And yeah, since he's more in front of things now rather than just being like a what they call it, a shut-in. Yeah, a shut-in. And I don't know, I think everyone's gonna have like, yeah, very different perceptions of him. Like Spring doesn't really know him. Obviously he just seen him on the, you know, on the side of the street or something, and is kind enough to be like, hey, is this dude okay or what? But yeah, there's a lot of different chance encounters that are going on now.
運が悪いならあっちにベンチがありますよ。
大丈夫、ありがとう。君はスプリングだね。
あ、もしかしてバスカを知ってくれてる？
知ってるよ。今はすぐそこの店でホストもやってるってことも。
あ、そこまでチェックしてくれてるなんて嬉しいな。
Oh, I'm sure he knows quite a lot about everyone. I'm sure when he was a shut-in, he was just researching and getting the lowdown on each and every person. So that way when he encountered them, he could be like, oh, I know who this is. And yeah. Although in return, no one doesn't know that much about him.
ちょうど今出勤するところだから一緒にどうですか？あ、でもお客さんって男の人もいいのかな？
ホストクラブに男性が行くと殿って呼ばれて歓迎されるんだ。
へえ、詳しい。
ついさっき覚えたところ。
さっき？
でもごめんね。せっかくのお誘いだけど今日はもうアルコールはいらないかな。
そうですか、残念。でもしばらくはバスカがホストしてるんで、あと警察のゴートもゲストで来てるんで、興味あったら遊びに来てください。
ありがとう。
じゃあ俺行きます。足元気をつけて帰ってください。
わかった。君も頑張って。
営業って難しいんだな。わ、時間やば。急げ急げ。
スプッチャ
ンジャンキー、お疲れ様。遅くなってごめん。いや
ー、吠えた感すぐ。
I don't know if this is just Junky's natural self or he's just totally toasted or wasted from like drinking and stuff.
はい、
やめなさいジャンキー。スプリングが死にます。
ごめん。スプちゃん生きてる？ハロハロ。
うん。大丈夫。
瀕死じゃないですか。大丈夫じゃない時はちゃんと破壊神に伝えないと命が危ないですよ。
ごめんなさい。
さあ早く奥で着替えてきてください。お客様が待っています。
はい。
もうちょっとスプちゃんのこと可愛がりたかったんですけど。
それよりまず先に接客です。その後で遅刻の言い訳を聞きましょう。
そんなのさ、スプちゃんの優しさがそこら中でバンバン炸裂しただけじゃない？
だとしてもです。遅刻の理由も聞かなくなったら組織として終焉ですよ。
うわわわわ、やっぱり怒ってる。今日こそ売り上げすっごい上げるとか褒められることしないと。
Oh, look at Spring. Then got all dressed up, looking very dapper. I can say he's a more lighthearted and more friendly one out of Bad Skunk compared to other ones who are more like snarky and sarcastic and yeah, more trauma filled.
あれ、スプリングだ。
あ、こんばんは。
いいよ、重役出勤。
俺は家からここに来るまでいろいろあって、3時間前に家を出たんだけど遅刻しちゃって。
Hold on. Did he say he left his house 3 hours ago and he's still late? How far do you live, Spring? You can't live that far. And you still were late. That is absolutely craziness. And yeah, he was running on the way there. Did you not take a train or a bus or something, like a taxi or something? How? I want to know how in the world he's 3 hours late. That is very... What? Oh, okay, Spring. You're gonna have to explain yourself later because I'm not getting that. That is just unacceptable. Oh, my bad. I don't know how I turned the sound off.
俺、困ってる人に出会って助けているうちに、気づいたら目的地からずっと遠くにいることが多く。
He was far from where he was supposed to be. But how is that still 3 hours though? I'm not getting it. Okay, yeah, you stopped to help drop, but that was only took you a few minutes. And did he stop to help more people? I know he's very kind-hearted, but geez, you still got a job to do, buddy.
さっきも具合悪そうな人に話しかけたんだけど、でもその人は元気で安心したんだ。よかった。
ああ、この辺酔っ払いが潰れてるとかザラだしね。
そうそう。でもさっきの人はお酒飲んだけど平気だって言ってた。そういえばすっごい綺麗な人だったな。
へえ、どうせなら営業かけたらよかったのに。
ちょっとだけしてみたけど断られちゃった。
Oh, if only you knew who it was, Color, you'd be like, nah, that's okay.
あと、綺麗な人だけどその人は男性で、男の人ってホストクラブに入れるのかなって言ったら、殿って呼ばれて歓迎されるってさっき知ったとか言ってて。
へえ。
カラー？どうかした？
うん。俺もスプリングを見習ってちょっと営業チャレンジしてみようかなって思って。
わ、すっごくいいと思う。カラーがお店の前に立ってたら大行列ができちゃうはず。
嬉しいこと言ってくれるね。けどこの辺じゃバスカには負けるでしょ。せいぜい客寄せパンダしてくるわ。あとシャツボタン掛け違えてる。
わ、ほんとだ。ありがとう。
Okay. Oh, anyways. So that was interesting. with the whole introduction of Drop coming into the mix, and obviously, like I said, everything is like centered around Snow, and inevitably something that happened in the past, and then the past is coming into light more and more as things progress. And hopefully we'll find a bit more of what happened back then that is triggering so many different things, and find out who Snow really is, part of what Drop was saying. I don't know. We shall see. But obviously those two have some kind of connection or past, because it's just getting way too awkward, especially on Snow's part in his reactions and stuff, that it has to be something that occurred. And then with Junkie and Color trying to, keep things intention off of Snow as much as possible when it comes to Drop. And then obviously there's going to be other occurrences that are going to happen, and whether they'll be able to stop it or not, we shall see. But yes, this is getting further and further, coming into finding out more information of what is going to actually happen and things that have led up to this point in time. But I do like seeing the interactions between Goat and Bad Skunk. I think some of their interactions are obviously a little bit over the top, and some of them are not so acquainted with each other. But then you have other ones that are, kind of leaning towards a somewhat of alliance and working together and communicating more. So that is helpful in doing this hosting together. So I'm going to stop here with my reactions, and I'm going to do the next two parts in my next reaction, as well as if there's any music videos that I haven't seen as well. I hoped, my sunshines, y'all liked my reaction to this video. And if you did, please make sure that you are subscribed. You give me a thumbs up, leave a comment. If you feel like it, I will reply back. And make sure you have your post notifications on for when I post another video. I will see my sunshines in the next one. I love y'all. Make sure you continue to spread your love and positivity out into the world. And I'll catch ya next time. Bye.